Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Celente, and it's Tuesday, May 30th, 2020. Oh, that's why I'm wearing a mask. May 30th, 2020, when everybody was really stupid wearing these things. And when I go to the health food stores here in Libtard land, they're still wearing them. Oh, yeah, the ones that don't work, when you read the box, they say they don't protect it, but everybody wears it. And don't forget, when you're jerking off, make sure you sanitize your hands everywhere you went. Everybody's look at the freak show. Look at the freak show. This COVID war has destroyed the livelihoods of people around the world. The economic damage, the physical damage, the mental damage, the drug addiction, crime, office building bust, one thing after another. And we warned about this. Suicide rates. In your Trends Journal, unfortunately, is still a lot of this information. But the big news is, of course, also, they're all calling it stagflation, what's happening. It's not stagflation, it's dragflation. Inflation is shooting up, and economies are going down. Well, the GDP went up in America. Stop it. Take it easy. When you put inflation into it, people are spending more to buy a lot less. And then there's a place called, maybe you heard of the place, Germany. Yeah, the fourth largest economy in the world. They are officially in recession. They're officially in recession, means the economy is dragging down, while inflation is spiking. But they're calling it stagflation. You know why? Because all they ever do is speak.
Bullshit detected. Take precautions.
We've been telling the major media about dragflation, and they won't repeat one word from us, and they keep calling it stagflation. And the media is gone. It's dead. It's finished. There's no more journalism. It's a joke. You know, we had a big rally here this past Saturday, and I've been holding Occupy Peace and Universal Church of Freedom, Peace, and Justice rallies for years. And there it is. And you could go to this channel, the Gerald Celente channel, and see the whole video of it. And go to the Occupy Peace channel. You could see it there as well. And it was a great crowd. They were flooding into the streets around the corner, and it was terrific. And the speakers were Pasta, Craig Chadula, great talk. Frank Morano, off the charts. John Whitehead, sensational. Gary Null, home run. And wrapping it up with a grand slam was Dennis Kucinich. I mean, you see this rally. It was spectacular. And Dennis Kucinich, of course, is the national campaign manager for RFK Jr. The RFK Jr., that's hardly getting any media at all. But boy, oh boy, did they talk about DeSantis this and DeSantis that, and the Santa Claus coming to town. I mean, come on, DeSantis. You know, RFK Jr. is the guy for me. And again, for a variety of reasons. And so the rally was terrific. All races, creeds, and colors were here. The people were great. It could not have been better. So go watch this and donate, please, to occupypeace.com. These takes a lot of time and money to put these on. And I can tell you, when you watch this video, there is nothing, nobody, anywhere, any place has put on an event like this. And you'll see the beauty of the Crown Garden where it was held. There it is. I mean, there's nothing like this. This is on the most historic four corners in America. The only place with pre-Revolutionary War stone buildings on each corner. Look at that dove in the back, huh? Yep. Ellis Bradley made that. That dove is made of steel. I mean, that's the place before, the people were here. So it's it's the only place with pre-Revolutionary War stone buildings. That's behind the 1750 Franz Rogan House. Across the street is the Academy. That's the courthouse over there. And I own 3 of them. And I bought them because the seeds of democracy was sown here. And it was a great rally. Going back to the markets, today oil took a big hit. Brent crude was down over $3. And they're saying because they're looking for a slowdown in the global economy. They're blaming it on the debt ceiling crisis. There's no debt ceiling crisis. They made a deal. They're going to make a deal. The deal's been done. It's just hype. It's media hype. So the story is very simple. The biggest issue here is, will the Federal Reserve raise interest rates? In emerging markets, they're lowering them. And even though inflation is going up, because they don't want to kill the economy. So if they raise interest rates and they meet in June 13th and 14th, that's going to bring the economy down. It's going to bring gold prices down. Gold prices are down way from their high. They're down $100 from their high. And will they go back up? Yep. But again, the dollar is strong because interest rates are high. End of story. But again, now you have to look at the big data. Oil prices are going down because the economies globally are going down. So when economies go down bad and hard, gold prices go way up. So to me, gold, this is a pause. And I see gold this year hitting well above $220 an ounce. I do not give financial advice, and there are no ads in your Trends Journal. And speaking of which, trends on the economic and market front. We give you an economic update, what in the world is going on, and then market overview. And then we go into what's going on in the retail sectors with the Dollar Trees and the Targets and the other stores. What is happening with commercial real estate values, as we have warned? How about corporate bankruptcies? Oh, everything is great. Everything is great. Oh, and now in our 41st week of all the job layoffs going on, because when the economy goes down, jobs go with it. Yeah, this is just an example of what you have. Look at this. Look at these. I can't read all. You read what you want to read. Look at this. Look what we're giving you. No magazine in the world comes close to this. Trends in high-tech science, trends in AI. We have a whole separate section in there. And of course, trends in technocracy by Joe Duran. And you can get his book, The Human, Joe Duran, on the name of the book is The Human, on Amazon. Again, the AI, we're giving you what nobody else is giving you for the grand total of $2.86 a week, compared to the toilet paper record, like $4 a day, Wall Street Journal, $5 a day. It's $2.86 a week. And if you don't like it, 30-day money-back guarantee, because you better be prepared for what's happening. So go to subscribe to the Trends Journal, and also tell people to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because the more subscribers we get, the more we do, and we're doing everything we can. Again, no one in the world is giving you a magazine like this. If you could show me one, let me know. And by the way, I keep saying when all else fails, they take it to war. And now there's a report out that there were bombs away over there in Moscow, and that drone struck over there. So what does that mean? Well, that means that this is according to when all else fails, they take it to war. That's what happens. So this is the Star, how it was reported today. A kamikaze drone was shot down within earshot of Putin's palace today as war inches closer to Russia's tyrant's door. Oh, he's a tyrant, huh? Hey, fuckface. How about the little prick with a pair of balls smaller than a mothball, George W. Bush, you little scumbags? Oh, you love the Afghan war, you little gutless boys and girls. Oh, no, I like the first Iraq war. I love the second Iraq war. Oh, no, you a tyrant? How about the Nobel Peace of Crap Prize winner, Barack Obama? You love the Libyan war, brought to you by Hillary Clinton, Samantha Power, Susan Rice. Black rice, not white rice. Like Condoleezza Rice, black women, warmongers. So stop the bullshit that if only women were in charge and about white supremacy, because good and bad comes in every race, creed, and color. The son, you call yourself the son, your sons are bitches. And to be equal, daughters are bastards. Calling Putin a tyrant? Why, you keep promoting the America's wars? You're fucking war whores. And I can't say the other word. Ready for that? Moscow was blitzed by a swarm of drones in a rare attack on the Russian capital after Ukraine vowed to respond to a barrage of unprecedented missile attacks in recent days that Putin said they would ramp up if F-16s and more missiles and more war machines came into Ukraine to keep blooding the killing fields. This is not my war, a war that would have been over months ago if NATO and the United States didn't keep ramping it up. And again, you've heard it 1,000 times and you'll hear it more. The Trends Journal, spring of 2014, the United States overthrow the democratically elected government of Viktor Yanukovych. And Victoria Nuland, the Undersecretary of State, under a piece of shit Secretary of State, caught on the phone with a little clown boy of nothing, the United States ambassador to Ukraine, Jeffrey Pyatt. Fuck the EU. We're putting Yats in there. And she says we're going to do it before the Russians could do anything. A little boy, Yatsenyuk. Again, I'm totally against Russia's invasion. Totally understand why it happened. And this thing is ramping up. When all else fails, they take you to war. And you look at the cover of the magazine this week. It's Dragflation. Oh, you can't say drag. You can't say drag. Hey, how about those Catholic priests that they just came out in Chicago? Last week it was, a couple of weeks ago it was Baltimore. Fucking all these little boys up the ass. Oh, that's fine. Oh, Jesus would have loved you. The fucking Catholic Church fucked me up when Sister Marie Rosaire, may she rot in hell, beat the shit out of me and perforated my middle ear and broke my eardrum and then left me back. So I became the stupidest kid in school. I'm just thankful Father Foley was a ladies' man. I'll tell you what happened. The gays took over the church. That's right. Who has better costumes than the Catholic Church? Woo! Kyrie eleison. All those little altar boys kneeling in front of you. Oh, yeah, let's make up something called celibacy. Can't be married and close to God. All right, take it easy. Take it easy. It's a joke, all right? But maybe it's not because, hey, man, who dresses better than the Pope? And oh, I forgot those Orthodox, Greek Orthodox guys. Boy, they're pretty close to it, too. They got great costumes as well. It's all a shit show. Has nothing to do with Christ. Oh, you mean this Christ? The one that became violent to drive the money changers out of the temple? Yeah. So anyway, going on back to the economy, we're in dragflation. Housing prices went back up again. And we said there would be no housing crash, while others were saying there would be when mortgage rates went up. So yeah, prices are coming down, but everything is still very high. You see what it cost to have hamburgers and steak this last Memorial Day? Yeah, memorial for the people that got killed in useless wars. Overgrown military establishments, which under any form of government are inauspicious to liberty, and which are to be regarded as particularly hostile to Republican liberty. That's what America is, a republic. That's George Washington. It is our true policy to steer clear of permanent alliances with any portion of the foreign world. George Washington. But who tells us? They quote that little clown of nothing, a little fucking piece of arrogant shit that they keep promoting. I used to be on Fox a lot. They used to bring up, when they're back in the day, they bring up a truck, and they send out the signals, doing it live. Oh, we're taking a break. Lindsey Graham has something. Lindsey Graham? Did you come out of the closet yet, Lindsey? Boy, you would have been a great Catholic priest. Boy, you're fucking those little boys up the ass. Well, I don't know if you ever did that, Lindsey, but I'm just saying. Yeah. Hey, politicians, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? You go to our trendsjournal.com, go to the shop. It's right there. And you get your shirt. That's the back of the shirt. Brought to you by my cousin Liz. That was her idea. Hey, politicians, you get a hoodie, a short, whatever you want. Because it's a freak show. So going back to your Trends Journal, it last week was 188 pages. This will be out in an hour or so. Again, here it is. World War III, Victoria FU, the EU Newland admits that the U.S. has been helping Ukraine plan for a counteroffensive. Right there. Putin faces domestic pressure to crush Ukraine in all-out war. Lindsey Graham visits Ukraine 3 times since invasion to promote more war. Then we got the presidential reality show about DeSantis, RFK Jr. Again, Trends in Technocracy by Joe Duran. Trends in Cryptos. Trends in Geopolitics. Trends in the COVID war. Anti-China rhetoric from G7 meetings moves Moscow and Beijing even closer. Trends I Views. Trends in High-Tech Science by Ben Davis. And again, our new section, here it is, Trends in AI. AI, we own you. So that's some of the Trends Journal. Again, get your shirts. Nothing like it anywhere. Be a man, be a woman. Call these little clowns called politicians, who they really are, public servants. We pay for them to do what we want. They got it reversed. How can anybody listen to a Lindsey Graham, a Chucky Schumer, a Dianne Not-So-Feinstein, out of her mind, dead Biden, or I should say bullshit Biden? How can anybody listen to these clowns? Adam shit. I like Peter Schiff. One little jerk off over another, telling us what to do. So again, your new magazine is out. There's nothing like it anywhere. And we're giving you everything we can to give you the best we can and to help you prepare, prevail, and prosper in these dangerous times ahead. It's not stagflation, it's dragflation. GDP going down, inflation going up, and we're the only ones saying it. Oh, see you tomorrow with Celente and the Judge. And again, go to the YouTube and see or Occupy Peace and watch the rally we had. Make America Healthy Again. That's what it was about. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, and patriotically. And boy, do they hate me for that. How dare I? I should be a clown like the rest. Of course not. Neither are you. That's why you tuned in. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.
Get the Trends Journal, the best investment you could make, because it's the best investment into your mind, and it can change how you look at the world.
Over the last 30 years, Gerald Celente has been more accurate about predicting what would be happening than anyone else I'm aware of.
The Trends Journal is one of the greatest sources of information, and and it really is. You're predicting these things well ahead of time. I would encourage everyone to go grab the latest copy.
Been a Trends Journal subscriber for 20 years. I just have to commend you. What you guys have put together in your latest Trends Journal, there's nothing like this out there.
Sir, everything that you predicted about the economy, you were absolutely right. So I have followed you all this time. So please take a look at the Trends Journal.
You correctly forecast that the Fed would hike rates quite aggressively, correctly said that initially gold and silver would drop as the Fed starts to raise rate to 1.5% and above. When we spoke last, Bitcoin was around 49,000. You said you expect to drop, and if it drops below 30, 35, then it could really drop.
Trends Journal, which I would encourage people to go and check out. It's actually a 200-page document, pure data-driven analysis.
Gerald Celente, the top trends forecaster in the world. Gerald, you had an interesting call back in September of last year. You said gold had bottomed, which is exactly what happened. And here we are, and we're above $1,900.
Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happened at trendsjournal.com.